Hey guys, so I want to share with you tips, tricks, something that might ease your journey to the way of success, hopefully, right? And over here, we're defining success not just monetarily. Perhaps you want to change the world. Perhaps you want to bring peace to the world. Perhaps you want to be the best chef. Not necessarily make a lot of money, but be the best chef in the world. Or perhaps you want to travel the world, right? Like Anu does, right? Right? That's her dream. I know this. Bless her. The thing is, I'm going to give you a few short tips and tricks for you to be able to get there. I believe in a much easier way, okay? I believe today. A lot of times, I don't know where this came from. I don't know. But a lot of times, while you were growing up, you've heard this comment said, work hard, work hard, work hard. Now, I'm not coming out here to disagree with respect to you working hard towards what you want to do. But I want to actually give you a little bit of a slightly different view to just working hard, okay? And this is a shortcut, okay? So imagine if you had like a cheat code, right, in a game. Like if there were 10 levels, you started at level 1 and the cheat code gets you to level 7 instantly, right? Or if you started, whatever, it might be a business, etc., etc. And you would generally appreciate this and accept this with other things in your life, okay? For example, if you wanted to learn how to play the piano, you would pretty much always hire a coach. And if you wanted to get professional with the piano and become a professional pianist in an orchestra or perform globally, you would not just hire a regular coach, you'd hire the best coach. If you wanted to become a professional tennis player, you'd always have a coach from early days. If you wanted to, become a chef, you wanted to become a player, cricket player, so on and so forth, you'd always have a coach. For some reason, when it comes to our work life, we don't have coaches. We don't have mentors. People kind of like graduate from university, if they went to university. They go into the working space, whatever space. Now, I'm not talking about just real estate as a real estate agent. I'm talking about in general. They just expect to figure things out themselves. Guys, shortcut time. Find a mentor. Find somebody who's been there, done that, what you want to do. Now, I've got to give you a little bit of a disclaimer here right now. If you're at level 0, whatever field you're in, and if you want to become level 10, which is like the best, obviously you're going to say, hey, I want a mentor that's at level 10. It's going to be slightly difficult in the beginning unless you're really, really willing to go through a lot of grind in the beginning to find a mentor that's at level 10. Don't worry. Find a mentor who's at level 3. And one of the things mentors do is they give you shortcuts that you would have taken months, years to figure out. And generally speaking, while you could hire a coach and pay them, mentors are sometimes not paid, okay? They're in it to actually help you. So these are some of the qualities that a good mentor would have. They like helping people. They like teaching people. They like passing their art. But they're also human. So there's always going to be an exchange relationship between you and your mentor. You're doing something for them that makes their life easy if they're giving you something that makes your life easy. So a problem that you would have taken 3 months to figure out, if they've given you the shortcut for you to solve it in 2 days, look, they just saved you 88 days, right? So while they're giving and adding this value to you, I'm not saying they're going to want this value back, but your role is to then add value to them as well. I'm not just saying bringing them the cup of coffee once in a while, but, doing other things that would make life easy for them. Perhaps they've got to pay a bill. Perhaps their relatives are coming into town, and you're free and they're not free. Perhaps you would go and actually help them pick up their relatives. Or perhaps they need, a carpenter, and then you can source a carpenter for them. The point I'm trying to make it is, look, while everybody talks about work hard, kind of like leave that alone for this mini podcast for today. Let's talk about shortcuts. Let's talk about the right way. Let's talk about finding a mentor, right? A mentor will be able to give you a shortcut to your success much faster, much easier, less painful. The point I was trying to make is if you're at the level 0 and you want to get to level 10, in the beginning, you're not going to get a level 10 mentor. It's kind of challenging. You could, if you pay them, or you're special, or if you're the king's son, and so on and so forth. But If not, then you can always start with the level 3 mentor, and then you can upgrade yourself. You can go to level 5, you can go to level 7, then you can go to level 10. Because the guy at level 10, you're not going to have a lot of value to offer any back to them. Number 2, humble yourself. Humble yourself. Like, I remember in real estate in 2013, somebody who used to work with us, part of our team, I think I was like maybe 30 years old at that time. This person was 41, 42. He'd seen the world. He'd made a lot of money. Actually, he had made a lot of money in Sri Lanka. He was from Sri Lanka, but he was new in real estate. So my mentor also was his mentor. And this guy, coming from a rich background, wealthy background, he was my mentor's go-to boy, literally. He'd be like, hey, can you do this? Yes, I can. Yes, sir. Can you do that? Yes, I can. That's all he said. Humble yourself, guys. Like, even I'm humble. Like, okay, I've got an ego, like just like everybody else does. I can say here that I have a lot of self-respect just to make it look nice, but I have an ego as well, like other people have. So yes, we have. But humble yourself, guys. People who know more than you, humble yourself in front of them. Take their criticism, take their advice, do the work that they're asking you to do. Yes, the teacher and the mentor needs to be nice, not shout at you, not command orders. But if they don't, remember why you're there. You're there to learn, right? Number 3, being self-aware. Guys, being self-aware is so important. It's kind of like, you know what they say? There's a saying in Urdu, chirag tale andhera, like underneath the lantern, it's dark. So, and it's actually true. If you see a lantern, right? So if you see a lantern like this, generally speaking, there is the lamp here illuminates, right? And when it illuminates, what ends up happening is it actually illuminates and lights up things around it. But right underneath it, it's a little bit dark. There's a shadow over there because the lantern and the light kind of throws things out. It's kind of like the same thing with the candle as well. I think the same thing applies. If you have a candle, the burning flame throws light around, but right underneath it's dark, okay? Being self-aware means that you have light around you. That means that you accept your mistakes. Now, I've seen people who were educated and were self-aware and humble and said, yes, that was a mistake. I should try to work on changing myself and improving myself. And I've seen people who are not educated. Like, when education, I mean like university education, not life education. And they were humble and they were willing to just say, look, this is a mistake. I understand the mistake. I'm going to work on fixing this. And then there are people who are like, can't be my mistake. Like, seriously? And I don't know, this must be something that has happened interestingly. And these people are interesting because they add color and spice to our lives, right? Like, you're talking to them like, if everybody accepted their mistake all the time, how would this world be? Everybody said, yes, I'm wrong. I know I'm wrong. Let's not fight, right? We would have a peaceful world. We would have no spice, so to speak, right? I'm not talking about like the war kind of war situation, but I'm talking about, just quarrels that people have when they live together and so on and so forth. But when you're in a mentor-mentee relationship, or if you're learning from other people, or if you're in an industry and you want to get to success, guys, be self-aware. Know your mistakes and say, look, I messed up. I fessed up. I remember I lost a deal, and one of my part-time mentors, he was South African, and he moved to the US. I sent him a message, this happened. I'll send him a long message. This is back in 2016. I sent him a message and I said, this happened, and 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 this happened. And the seller was like, I kept complaining, and he gave me one reply. He was 55 years old, probably on his ranch in the US, bless him. He said, Fahd, the person responsible for all the things you've mentioned above, I'll tell you who it is. Just go home today and look in the mirror. I was pissed off. Like, what does he mean? He's like, because you missed this important step right at the beginning. So you're in this predicament now, right? Made sense. It made sense to me. Number 4, guys, listen, if you're on the path to journey to success, don't judge, right? Don't judge. Try not to judge. We all judge, right? That's all. We judge, we judge, we judge, we judge, we judge. Actually, if I be honest, truth be told, I'm now becoming, I hope, oh God, please give me this ability to not judge people. I'm becoming better now. But I've realized like how I used to judge super fast. It's really bad. And I think my kids are a big part of putting me on the correct path because, when I make a mistake, boom, Dad, look at you, telling everybody to wear a seat belt. But now, and I'm still in the parking lot. I haven't exited. Telling everybody to wear a seat belt because it's good for your safety and you're still not wearing your seat belt. What are you doing? Telling everybody to do this and you still have not done this. Or, road rage incidents. I'm human. I'm not an angel. So, when somebody makes a mistake, and it could be my mistake, but when they cut you off and I'm like, this guy. And the kids are like, what are you doing? What happened to patience? Right? So, guys, listen. Perhaps, and Islam teaches us this, have good thoughts about the other person and have good thoughts about them until 70 excuses have been made, right? So, if you were, for instance, last night on Instagram at 2 a.m., and trying to use Instagram, and I saw you online because I was up for suhoor or whatever, I could think that, this guy probably just got up for a glass of water, or I could think this person's really working hard for whatever he's doing. That's another excuse. What other excuse I could say? Maybe his wife is using his Instagram account, because I'm seeing him online. Instead of me thinking, look, this guy, he's awake at 2 a.m. What kind of, bad habits this is. Not to mention the fact that I'm also awake at 2 a.m., right? But the point is, you keep making excuses for the person and go up to 70, right? How many other excuses can I make? Maybe his phone's on. Maybe he lost his phone. Maybe somebody else is using the phone. Yeah. So you can continue making excuses for the person and don't judge them. Okay. Number 5, invest in yourself, right? I like how sometimes some people say do I really want to go to this workshop? I know everything. I'm surprised. You know everything in your industry. And then this guy, the other guy who's setting up this workshop knows everything in his industry. And this was an interesting question. Somebody asked me the other day and I said, look, when you pick up a book, ask me, guys, ask me, is there something good in this book? Is this book good? Sangha, ask me. Anybody ask me a question? Nobody's asking me? Somebody ask me. Sangha, ask me. Is this a good book? Is this a good book? Is this a good book? Guys, listen. It doesn't matter if it's a good book or not. You know why? You only need one thing from this book that could change the way you invest. Okay? For instance, I'm going to tell you something. This was a book that was written in 2016. I'm not too full of myself, okay? Maybe the book's not that good. But there is one thing I said, which is stay away from the virgin developers, people who have not developed and delivered in Dubai. Now, I'm not saying good, bad, ugly. There can be exceptions. There can be people, companies and developers who've delivered a property in Dubai. It is their first development, but they do it really well. But perhaps you're on your own. You don't have advice. You don't have expert help to help you. So then if you just use this one little example and say, look, I'm going to stay away from virgin developers, brand new developers. You go in, the sales guy is making a sales pitch. You love the sales pitch. You love the project. And then you just ask him, hey, how many developments have you done in Dubai? We've not done any developments in Dubai. We've done 70 developments in XYZ country, but none in Dubai. You're like, okay, I like you, but I'm going to stay away from you guys. I'm going to invest in you in development number 2. Guys, it's going to save you a ton of problems, okay? Because 8 times out of 10, the virgin developers that are coming into Dubai, they've not done a development in Dubai before, and they will get up and reach hiccups and obstacles that they might not timely solve. So you're looking for only one thing, right? You're not looking for 10,000 things. So if you go to a workshop, don't expect that the workshop from the start to the end, and if it's a 3-day workshop or a 2-day workshop, is going to deliver you amazing value every single step of the way. This book is not going to give you amazing value every single word, but maybe it'll give you 1 or 2 ideas that will be worth your time. It's only $4. I think we should charge more for this book. Right, Ghassan? No? Agreed? Not agreed. He's not my favorite. Okay, just let them have the book. Number 6, guys, learn, correct yourself, learn, correct yourself, learn, correct yourself. It's kind of like encompasses everything. Humble yourself, be self-aware, don't judge other people, invest in yourself, and then learn, right? Have that learning attitude, and then correct yourself. Learn, correct yourself, learn, correct yourself, learn, correct yourself. Let the cycle perpetuate in perpetuity, okay? Last but not the least, and this could have been the first point, but I wanted to leave it towards the last, is to have belief. Guys, listen. Belief is very different from wishful thinking. Belief is actually very, very different because it actually, you've internalized a thought, and with your entire mind, body, all the trillions of cells in your body, you believe that you can actually do something. You can actually achieve something. Like, for instance, if I believe that I can pick up this book, I can go out and do that, right? But if I wished for it, and I had this self-doubt or not believed in it completely, it'll be very, very challenging. So when I encompass everything, guys, it starts with actually belief. Even though I've put the word belief or the point at the last, it starts with you believing that you can get there, okay? Then you don't let naysayers and negative people come in the middle and tell you that you can't, okay? So quick recap. Work hard, find a shortcut, get a mentor, humble yourself, be self-aware, know your mistakes, and if you make some, accept them. Don't judge, invest in yourself. You're not going to be able to actually buy a book and every single word would be valued. Take 1 or 2 points and ideas. They could be worth billions of dollars for you. Learn, correct yourself. Learn, correct yourself. Last but not the least, and one of the most important things, start with this belief in your mindset that you can actually achieve what you're setting out to achieve. All right, guys. Remember to hit the like, subscribe, and buy icon. Show some love in the comment section. And if you're looking to purchase a property, there's a link below. Hit it, click it, become part of the Dubai Wealth Builder program. Ciao for now.